I've done what I can to warn people away from even accidentally being exposed to the toxin that is Fox News, but even I didn't understand how generalized its negative impact can be on different sorts of people. But Navigator Research looked into it, and they looked at how people who watch Fox News or don't, those who are Republicans or not, respond to different questions, and they found some really interesting stuff. So overall, hold on, you'll get a chance, Brett Ehrlich.
Sorry, I put my hand in frame, my bad.
Overall, look, 12% of GOP Fox viewers believe climate change is mostly caused by humans, compared to 62% of all other Americans. Jesus, I mean, if you found out that your media outlet was that wrong, that should be something, but let's go through some more. 77% of GOP Fox viewers are very concerned about the Democratic Party moving in too socialist a direction, compared to just 20% of all others, a 57-point difference. 89% of GOP Fox viewers express support for the Republican tax law, compared to just 22% of all others, that's a 67-point difference. 20% support the special counsel investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 presidential election, compared to 67% of all others, showing again what the hard work of Sean Hannity over the course of the past few years has been able to accomplish. 78% believe that the Trump administration has accomplished more than any other administration in history, compared to just 17% of all others. That is a 61-point difference. And all of that is gigantic. Like Republicans who watch Fox News are like nothing like other people in society. So, but there's another layer. Before we get to the other layer though, overall,
so
does this matter at all, or are you surprised at all?
It sounds great.
I mean, it doesn't sound great to me.
No, this is what I mean. It sounds great to have some way of having you insulated from reality and other people based on your simple preference of what to watch. Like I watch Game of Thrones to escape, and I do that for however many hours Game of Thrones lasts. But these people have 24 hours a day to watch their equivalent of Game of Thrones, which allows them to disappear into this other world forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
But do you believe that you having watched Game of Thrones has such a sharp, 50 to 70 point difference on how you would answer the questions?
I do believe in dragons.
I do think
that's it.
Yeah, so that's here, look, that's the overall thing. Look, what's interesting, and we're gonna show you some examples, is that Republicans who watch Fox versus Republicans who don't watch Fox, there could be pretty big differences. So again, they're Republicans, it's just whether they watch Fox or not. They have huge disagreements on some of these issues. But it turns out that Democrats are not immune to it either. So let's go through an example to show you this. So do you agree with the statement that President Trump was right to declare a national emergency in order to start building a border wall? So you're seeing some dots there. The dark blue, that is non-Republican, non-Fox viewers. So they're not Republicans and they don't watch Fox. Only 7% agree. On the far right, you see the red, 84% of Republican Fox viewers think that he was right. But it's really in the middle that's so interesting. So there is a 34% difference, 34-point difference between Republicans who watch or don't watch Fox News. So Fox's effect on Republicans is massive, but it also has an effect on non-Republicans. There's a 21-point gap in non-Republicans based on whether they watch Fox or not. So those are people who don't consider themselves to be Republicans. They're maybe independents, maybe libs, and they are affected by the rhetoric as well. Let's go to another example and you'll see the same thing. In 2 years, the Trump administration has accomplished more than almost any other administration in US history, which it should take a lot to answer affirmatively to that because it's a ridiculous thing to say. But there is a huge gap again on Republicans based on whether they watch Fox News. Almost every Republican who watches Fox News believes that he is literally the best administration ever. But amongst non-Republicans, there's a 12-point gap. You're 4 times as likely to answer affirmatively just if you're watching Fox News. And by the way, this is true on almost every one of the questions that they asked. So non-Republicans, if you watch Fox News, you're much more scared now about socialism in the Democratic Party than if you're a non-Republican who doesn't watch Fox News.
I will say that the numbers you're saying are interesting in relation to general media coverage outside of Fox News, because you already showed statistics saying people that are concerned about whether any given party, the Democrats are becoming too socialist. I watch a lot of CNN, Fox News, and MSNBC. When I watch CNN, which is supposed to be the independent arbiter, even though only 22% of all other people are, I guess, what is the socialist one? I think it's somewhere around there. 20% of people, 1 in 5 people, is concerned that the Democrats are being socialist or too socialist. But every day, on every broadcast, it seems, from CNN, they ask that question. They have bought that framing. So they are painting the world in that way, regardless of how people actually feel about it. And this is just a concern question. This isn't a, this is happening question. We are planting it in your head so that you can make a decision on it now. It's not asking what are your concerns about the Democratic Party. I mean, even when you frame it in terms of socialism, only 1 in 5 people say, socialism.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think, look, certainly on the issue that you're spotlighting, but probably on others, I mean, I would like to see this done for CNN and MSNBC as well. There might not be huge gaps in the effect they're having on topics like that. Like raising taxes on the wealthy. I think that regardless of which of the big 3 you watch, you're generally, that's not spoken of in a favorable sense. I think that's true, but on some areas, like whether climate change is caused by human action, the special counsel investigation, whether Trump is the best thing ever, that's probably more of a Fox thing, I would guess.
I would say framing, and the keys are framing and repetition in messaging across the board, as well as like the tropes of news communication are able to get this done. Cenk's been pointing this out on the main show a lot lately, the Young Turks a lot lately, which is if you say the same thing over and over again, it gets through potentially, but at the same time, you just need to repeat as incessantly the poll numbers, like 90% of people support gun background checks, you know, those kinds of stats.
Yeah, people need to know what is actually true. Climate change is real. Flint still doesn't have access to clean water. We should be repeating these sorts of things so that people understand them.
Thanks for watching this free clip of the Young Turks. Don't forget to become a TYT member today. For more exclusive content, join now at tyt.com/join.